Welcome back, everyone, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Reforged Eden. Just had my cup of coffee and breakfast on of a beautiful day. Let's get to work on the truckster. A few things I need to do. First, check to make sure we're not going to be attacked by Xerax. It looks like they're not interested at all in me. I don't know if the start I've chosen makes them completely obliviously to me or not. But,
you see, I speak English well. I learned it from a book.
so far, I haven't attracted their attention, which is good. Gives me time to do what I want to do here. I had to create another container box there to put all the junk in association with building the truckster and also dismantling the little ship here. All that will go into the same box. Because I am reusing almost everything from the small ship. Okay, that will be our box of stuff. This will be mainly a building episode, so if building isn't your thing, you can tune out now. Or if you like to watch, and who doesn't?
Relax and enjoy the show.
Okay, I gotta make sure that we have all the stuff we're going to be needing. We're definitely going to need the first CPU extender. Don't need those. So we've got those in the present ship. The container controller we already have. We're going to need a lot more container extensions.
Eventually.
Okay. I cut out a lot of hemming and hawing as I was deciding how much of what I needed, and you can see there on the output I got 100 container extensions, 4 generators, 2 fuel tanks, 12 of the medium thrusters, 7 of those large thrusters. That's going to be 5 for the back main propulsion and 2 for the forward facing braking thrusters. All the little ones I'm taking off of the existing SV will be used for our downward thrusters. And oxygen tank, why not add those in there while we got them. I think it's everything we need. We're going to be needing probably a lot more of those little container extensions. I primarily build the truckster out of those. Okay, let's make sure we're set up and we're connected here. Being very cautious because I don't want to lose anything that I'm taking off of the small SV here. Unload the ammo. I gotta unload the fuel tube, but I can't do it from this side. I gotta go on the other side.
Why must life be so hard?
Aren't logistics fun? Okay. It's all emptied out. It's all ready to be decombobulated. Sure, we're on retrieve whole blocks. Yes. Check we're private. Yes, we are. Okay. And through the magic of editing, I'll just speed this up. one thing we got to be careful of is to make sure the core is the last thing we take out of here. Just gotta watch the beam on this. It's got a far reach. As you see, I destroyed one of my solar panels. Didn't destroy it. Reclaimed it. I'm going to just put it back here. Okay. Core last. And she's all gone. And you see it's all there in the output container. There's stuff. And I do have to make another small vessel starter block. And let's put all our junk down on our hot bar so I can get to work. I built the truckster so many times. It's become second nature to me. Although I do make little changes to it every time I rebuild it, trying to be a little more efficient or more elegant with it. We got our ammo containers up front, separated by the core and the steel blocks. Got our forward turning thrusters, our Honda Accord cockpit. This might be a problem. I think it's sort of at an angle there because the hitbox of the core isn't the same height as the surrounding boxes. Oh, look at that. Won't let me put blocks there because of that slight slope. It's digging into the hitbox of the core. I'm disgustipated. I can't really move that. Nothing for it, but tear it apart. Start again. Luckily, I'm only losing the core. What a pain. I'm going to put it over, start out over on this side. Maybe with all that weight on that side there, it won't sink into my core hole.
Phrasing?
What a pisser. And I'm doing just what I did before. Isn't it fascinating? Forward turning thrusters. I'll try to get them as far forward as I can. And still have the ship look good. Okay. Start my 8 downward thrusters, which are those 2 high thrusters. And the nozzles go right into the concrete, so that's not a problem.
Well, you say that.
And let's see. I want to put them 2 apart. Alright, there's our power packs. Yeah, then 2 container extensions and 2 more lifting thrusters. Oh, God. Running into the same problem since the lifting thrusters have are 2x1s. The nozzle goes down into the hitbox of the core. Somehow I'm going to have to... I'm not going to take this apart. I think I can move it if I just stick on some of those little thrusters. Sort of pretend like it's complete. Give me a forward thruster there. A reverse thruster there. I'm not going to be doing any turning, so... And That's one on the top, so I don't go flying out into space here. I should be able to move this ship with those. And I can always just take them off when I'm done. Okay. Trying to repair boo-boo number 2. Really should have thought this out. You know, next time I build a base like this, I'm not going to put the core right in the middle of my working area. I'll put it over on the side where I'm going to stick the constructors and containers, so it's not blocking my path here. Let's just scooch it sideways a wee bit. That'll do. Well, there you go. We're resting on top of the nozzles, so it's okay. It would work. I could have gone straight up and down and corrected that problem, but I can work with it right here. It's not a problem. Final set of downward thrusters, the back turning thrusters. All right. The 5 main propulsion units. I like to choose those thrusters because they can be upgraded to those other ones in situ. I don't have to remove them. I can just upgrade them when the time comes. Let's see. That guy's going to need 2 blocks. So let me extend that out. The roof on here. See, I'm using all the small ones as downward thrusters since they were already existing and they work fine for that. You don't need that much thrust. Front end done here. Okay, that's looking fine. Put it in our final width here. Gonna put our separators in. Okay, got that funky one right there and the curve on the top. Oh, damn. It doesn't look right, and it doesn't look right because I didn't make it tall enough. Oh, I tell you, my brain's not functioning at all today. Okay, I fixed it. I moved the roof up 1 block. Put in the forward thrusters, which I should have done to start with. Forward-facing thrusters. Now I just leave that big cavity there for the antaxid tank and the shield generator and the warp drive. And I'm going to enclose this for the time being. Just makes it easier. You know, you get the final shape and then you can pop open the sides here and install all the other items we're going to be using. I've grown custom to the truckster. I really like the way she looks. It's like a truck, really. A little panel truck, you know, panel van. And the way she handles herself, and least of which is not the, it's her size that comes as a big bonus. I ran out of iron. I'm going to have to go out and do some mining. Luckily, the ship's in enough shape that I can use it. All the thrusters that it needs are in place, and generator and everything. Just got a big hole in the side that I want to close up. All this work is making me very hungry. Yeah, there's nothing for it but to get out there and do some mining. You only got one of those blocks left. Hey, you can see no iron. There's no silicon at all. It's all gone. What a pain. Well, that is part of the grind. Your raw materials don't go quite as far in Reforged as they do in vanilla. It's part of making the game a little harder. You need a lot more resources. Okay, I've got a bunch of silicon, a bunch of iron, and it took me till just past dawn to get all that stuff. Take it back and finish this puppy off. While I'm here, well, I got the ship running and everything. I think I should do the underside. Yeah, get the underside colored and have the landing gear put in place. I'm gonna need the paint tool. Put away our silicon and iron. Where did I put the paint tool? Arg. It's in the inbox. I should always check the inbox. That's where my work is, right? A metallic hole block, and I can use that particular shade of brown. It's a standard shade. If you know anything about the family queen, the Wagon Queen family truckster, it's got those wonderful wood green paneling on the lower side. This is as close as I can get to wood on a metal ship. Unfortunately, it'd be nice if they had some wood textures. Go on metal. We work with what we have. Let me put my landing gear on because I can paint them as well. Also, while I'm here, I need to protect those vitals that are hanging out in the open there. The core and the container extenders. Container controllers, excuse me. Put some steel plates on top of them. And to make it look nice around those edges. It's a nice little piece of detail to the ship. Some people like to put pipes and stuff hanging along the outside. This guy is sleek.
Pardon me while I have a strange interlude.
I was talking earlier about the form of the ship, why I enjoy it so much. A big part of it, as I think I've mentioned before, is the face. If you look at this ship from front on, it takes up very little space. And when you're attacking POIs, you're facing directly towards them, usually, with your guns. The smaller the face that you show to the POI, less likely it is that they're going to be able to hit you with their guns. If you've watched enough of my videos, you've seen them doing a lot of missing. I can actually be shooting at a turret that's also shooting back at me, but if I'm in just right spot, the turret's shots are just missing me, just grazing me high or low, just missing me. And I think it's because of just how little space is presented by this ship from the front. Sort of like that exploit in Starfield where people made large box-shaped ships, big hollow box-shaped ships with the cores and guns and everything else on the outside edges, and as the guns of their adversaries would always shoot for the center mass of the ship. And if there's nothing there, it wouldn't hit anything. The turrets in this game are a little bit smarter. They're shooting at objects like cores, thrusters, generators, weapons. But I think this ship sort of exploits that fact as well by presenting such a small face. Also, building your ship out of these container extensions. These guys have a lot of hit points. I mean, they're fairly strong. And of course, it gives you lots of storage space. All right. Her bodywork is complete. Just finished painting her up here. Of course, having the oxygen dispenser has to be on the outside where I can get to it. Alright, now to make my marvelous metallic P for the top part of the truckster here. Just use hue here to get a P color there, and then desaturate it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. It just screams 70s, doesn't it? how shiny it is. Does look like metal flake. Okay, got our automated turret on top. Paint it green. And there she is. She needs some stuff, but you see we're very close to our CPU there. I think there's enough there. For the warp tank and the warp drive probably go over a little bit, but that's not a big deal. That's why I put 4 generators and 2 fuel tanks in there. It can produces a lot more energy than it uses, so you can go over CPU a little bit without worrying about the stuff blowing up. Let's see what I need to make those energy regulators. Where's energy regulators? What does an energy regulator look like? Hello? Really ought to get used to using the search bar up there. That's an advanced electronics. That's basically Neo. We need to make that stuff. There's the energy regulator. Cobalt ingots. See, I got plenty of cobalt alloy. I have no cobalt ingots. Well, isn't that a pisser? It's one of the few items that actually requires the ingots. Bother. That's basically it. Cobalt energy regulator there. Yep, cobalt. I'm trying to think if there's any place on this planet to get cobalt. Probably has nuggets in the radiated zone. See, that's energy regulators. It's cobalt as well. How about the generator? Yeah, I need one more flex coil, which is Neo, plus the cobalt. So we need just a smattering of Neo and a bunch of cobalt. I think that's doable. We're really not far off. Let's see, that's 1250 CPU. That would put us over quite a deal on the CPU on the ship. I think the warp drive is more useful early on. You can get out of the system here. I mean, not out of the system, but out of the planetary system and head out to like asteroid fields and get a lot more raw materials available there. There might even be neo asteroids out there that would be available, which would make it more valuable, the warp drive, than the shields at the moment. It's all, priorities. Which is the most useful item at any given moment? Let's get her filled up here. Yeah, close enough. All right, I'm trying to think if I want to try to search for some cobalt or continue the storyline. I think we'll continue the storyline because we will get some money, which may allow us to get our CPU extenders, and also we may find some cobalt out there in space. Anyway, as always, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.